Hi, my name's Peter Cronin, lead presenter of the Black Belt in Thinking. I'm here in our venue in Berry, a couple of hours south of Sydney. In this video, we'll cover a bit of a sneak peek into the Black Belt in Thinking and some of the things we cover in the course. I hope it's interesting and I hope it's useful. Alright, so at the end of the section we want it to be clear that relying on buy-in is risky for especially paradigm shifts. If we're looking at doing it a way that is not the commonly known way or an immediately obvious solution, then buy-in can be very risky. And do the injection ideas that we come up with break the loop. Alright. So what is buy-in anyway? We quite often hear buy-in in phrases that are actually pretty self-referencing and provide no clarity at all what we actually mean by buy-in. It's sort of this magical thing that if we had it, we wouldn't have a problem. Yeah. So we don't have buy-in. We need to get buy-in. Project failed because we didn't have buy-in. You know, buy-in's that thing we need to get so we have it. So that we don't have the issues that we have if we didn't have it.
Gotta get it.
you got to have it. Yeah, without buy-in, you won't have buy-in. Okay, so now we've spent so long in being causality experts and drilling into the cause and effect of this, that doesn't seem particularly useful, does it? So let's imagine the effect of buy-in in the context we're interested in. What would it look like if we actually had it? What do we actually mean by we want buy-in? We have buy-in on an injection set when people do the thing we're asking them to do to cause the direct effect of the injection. So we put an injection in there because we want some outcome from it, we want an effect from it. We generally say people have buy-in when they're doing the thing we want to achieve that. In fact, we often say people have buy-in or they're motivated or self-starters when they do anything that aligns with what we actually want them to do. And people do all the injections in the sequence we need to cause the ultimate effects in the positive loops. So people have buy-in when they do what I want. All right.
What the system wants, right?
What the system wants.
Yeah.
But you'll normally say...
So I might be a manager that wants something completely different.
Yeah, but then you'd say they don't have buy-in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So really, we're interested in action, doing the thing we want. That's often why we'll categorize someone as bought in or not. And we find that in paradigm shift solutions, things like understanding and willingness and collaboration and other terms are often used to dress this up. So you say, oh, you know, they just don't understand the solution yet. Or, no, you need to explain that to me more. I need more understanding. I just want to understand how this works a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. But often fail to make a material difference to the action. The amount of, and it's probably the same with you, the amount of change projects we've done with people who go, I don't really know what you did, but wow, it works better now. So some people in the team will know, but we get a lot of operators or team leaders and things, and they're like, I don't really get what happened, but man, did it work. And the more we just focus on trying to get more buy-in, often the more frustrated or even resigned and cynical we can become. So we often get we're different, that won't work here. No matter how identical the industry or the team or anything is. Well, I'm not doing that until you explain it to my satisfaction. Now with paradigm shift things, this can often be quite a difficult one, especially if somebody's spent their whole life living in one way, and you're saying, this way you thought was worse is actually better. The time it takes to logically convince them of that, to go through all the process and things, the wheels can fall off before you actually get it in. Whereas if you can get it in and then explain it, it often makes a lot more sense. So our alternative is to demand action. As you said, oh damn it, we'll just give an order. That'll fix it. Oh. Well, that didn't work either. Either they didn't obey it or they obeyed it to the letter. The old malicious...
Do it until it fails.
Malicious compliance, whatever it's called, yeah. Oh, okay, I'll do what you said. I'll do exactly what you said. Yeah.
It's a course in creating the problem, not solving the problem. You need to define and look at all your problems and how the problems fit together instead of trying to think of solutions individually.
They will agree with you, and you agree with them, and you all agree together, and you are going to come up with a very powerful solution. That's a beautiful. This guy is awesome. There's a thinking that the instructors, the bootcamp, Viago people, and then so it's amazing that the first course has gone through. It's really from the industry.
Once you know the logic of why things are occurring, you can start to think about what you want it to be like in the future and how you can kind of work towards it being in that state in the future. So that's the kind of main takeaway that I've come to from this course, is that if you think about why things are occurring and what you want them to be like in the future, you can attack these really complex problems.
I really enjoyed the fact how easy you can find the solution when you do the right tools, right things to think about your problem. And it's very grateful because when you find the right solution, you can start doing something instead of thinking for a long time.
Everyone was hilarious. Everyone was literally laughing. And one of the most important parts of the course was the fact that you can actually use these tools in your day-to-day activities, in your everyday life and living, even talking to your spouse, your girlfriends, and all that. And you could teach that, and I highly recommend it to everyone.